Welcome back to the Ultimate Trader Workshop. In this video, we're going to be reviewing the 222 advanced bearish Gartley pattern that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. Not a couple of weeks ago, it might have been a couple of months ago at this point because it did take some time to get to where we are. So let's jump right into it. I want to let you know that what's on the cusp here, where we are 6 hours away, it's almost historical. On the monthly chart, a bearish Gartley 222, meaning meeting the criteria of H.M. Gartley's pattern that he talked about in his book, Profits in the Stock Market, on page 222. That's where this came from. And this one, again, just in review, was actually perfect, meaning exactly a 618 B leg after the impulse X to A. 618 just hits that. Exactly a 618 C leg from A to B. And then all three requirements for 3-star confluence to meet the D leg PRZ potential reversal zone being 127 extension of A to B. It's mixed. They're overlapping. It's mixing in. It's overlapping with the 786. We can't get closer. I'd have to make the fibs bigger. But 786 retracement of X to A, which was the same measurement that we used to get B, confluent and overlapping with the 127 extension of A to B, confluent with an A to B is equal to C D pattern. So all of that stuff coming up perfectly into the potential reversals on the PRZ, and then you start getting what you would call activation. So it's activated. We're kind of at the point to where the potential, the success rate on it is about 70% that we will get. Not 70% that the pattern will win, but that the 3-bar reversal, so we're combining that, all of that filling criteria, that completion criteria, now looking for the confirmation portion of this with the engulfing candle. So we go from the Gartley pattern 3-star into trade 3BR, engulfing candle, doji, engulfing candle followed by doji, followed by trigger and entry. So the month is about to close, taking out the doji in 6 hours and 27 minutes, meaning basically at the end of the day, the month will be filled. Complete. October will be done, and it will close beyond September, completing a 3-bar reversal and officially activating this Gartley pattern. Now, I should have said earlier, we don't provide trade signals or give trading advice. This is what we're looking at technically, and this is something that we're obviously going to be involved in. But of course, for you, you trade at your own risk, your own discretion, and as always, consult a financial advisor of your choice before putting your capital at risk in these financial markets. I did want to talk a little bit more about the psychology and how to approach this, okay? So you would not, if this was something you were going to do, I suggest you do something else. But the way to approach this would be to enter with a probe trade, enter with a very small position. So if you are a trader that can trade larger sizes, more than mini lots, meaning like a 0.10 or which is 10,000 units, you would only start with a micro. If you traded standard lots, you would only start with a mini. So if you traded with a 1.00, you would only come in with like a mini lot, a 0.10, a small, or maybe even a micro. You just want the micro to win first. So this is what you call probing and pyramiding in, buying more, in this case, selling through the distribution, because at some point you're going to get into what we would call the line of least resistance, meaning it's easier for the trade to go that way. There's going to be a lot less resistance for this thing to go down as we enter this phase of distribution. So this is a very high level turning point video. This typically would be a standard video, but yeah, this one here is going in a turning point. This is historical. I've never even seen anything like this to this degree. I mean, I've seen patterns on the monthly, but a lot of times they take a while to get going. And so did this one. So the fill here, the filling of the Gartley was actually in June. So you had June, July, August, September, and October. So it took another 5 months just to really roll over and get going. So we should really start going into that distribution phase. But again, confirmation is key. Allowing, not getting happy and saying, oh, I know it's going to close. I ran some analytics on it already. It has about a 70% chance to close beyond that doji, taking out that doji. So it's not likely that you'll get price action today that's going to suck all the way up there and then not complete it. One of the reasons is because this is like the body of the candle. So it's not like a wick. If it was a wick and price was coming down, just riding the wick down, then it'd have a chance to go suck back up there, and then we'd have to dance around for another few months. But since this is actual candle body, then it has a very strong chance of not sucking up there and then close and not closing beyond the doji. So this one has a very, very high probability of completing the 3-bar reversal for the entry. Just want to go back to what I was saying in terms of how to deal with a trade like this. Yes, there will be some aggressive traders who will simply say, oh, well, something like that, I'm betting the farm on it. I'm betting the house on it. I'm going to put in as much as I can leverage. I would not do that. I strongly suggest that this is something you want to test the water. You want to come in with a pro position, a very small position. And then maybe in November, if November closes beyond October, put the rest of it, because then you're really rocking and rolling. Put the rest of the position, okay? What this would look like in terms of stops and targets is measuring the whole entire A to B is equal to C move. I'm going to clean up right now. We don't need our fibs, at least for right now. I'll just get rid of them, and I just want to show you guys what the profits and targets would look like. So using the Fibonacci retracement from A to D, okay? And there's our 618 right there. There's our 618 golden ratio. That's what you want to look for. For deeper, if you were to suggest that this could run even deeper, it'd be 786, or maybe the bottom structure at C, which those line up pretty perfectly. And then let's look at the max, what this thing would look like. So long short tool, and we're going to just say that our trade is going to close sometime today in the 1.153 range. It looks like maybe, yeah, we'll put them at we'll put them at 152. We'll put them right here. And then of course, unfortunately, your stops got to be above that structure, because it's going to take some time, so you would have to give it room to breathe. And then we'll go as far as possible. We'll go down here for a retest here at the 102 range. That is a very high probability 3-to-1 risk versus reward. So that's what the whole entire thing would look like. Again, as you're dealing with something like this, you don't want to just say, oh, I'm just going to, because then you're going to over leverage. And if this does go, you don't know what's going to happen in the month of November or December or January or February. We don't know. We can just go off of our, what we see, but we don't know. So that's why you want to use, you want to probe in, and then you want to continue the pyramid. And as you reach certain levels, maybe even you could do something like, okay, maybe even at the 382, I put the 382 in here, which I should have. Maybe even at the 382, once you get down here, you can add, like another 1 or 2 positions. That's going to be up to you. But that's how the trade management will look. But this is absolutely historical. 222 bearish Gartley on the monthly chart, triggered, filled, almost activated, and almost confirmed. Okay, so this is I would put this in the once in a lifetime category. So I should ask that you guys hit the like button before we even got started with something so amazing. I promise you're not going to see this anywhere in the world. You're only going to see something like this here at the Harmonic Trading Club. If you want to know more about the advanced Gartley pattern, we do teach that in depth. I could have did it here. I didn't want to do the teaching on it, but we probably have the best training on the advanced Gartley pattern in the Harmonic Trading Academy playlist. That, as well as our classes on the 3-bar reversal. Nobody can touch us. It's even coined because it's coined after me now. That's why it's called the Trade 3BR, because it's mine pretty much, because I'm the one that coined it and said, hey, this is the one you go after. It must meet these criteria. You don't break these rules. This is when it's good. This is when it's bad. This is what you can expect from the great ones, the perfect A+. This is what you can expect from the bad if you take a when it's not a true 3-bar reversal. So I think that's all we have for this one. Like I said, hit the like button. I think the whole entire trading community could benefit from seeing something like this. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified when the most amazing videos in the trading community come out like this. That being said, you guys be good. Take care of yourself in the market, and I will see you on the next video.